Good evening, Bahamas. Coming up tonight, PLP leader hopeful Alfred Sears sharing his plans for the country's economy if elected.
The leader of the Democratic National Alliance addresses concerns of crime in the community. That story is coming up straight ahead.
A cultural pioneer needs your help, and the U.S. Embassy makes another donation to the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Welcome to our news. I'm Kyle Joaquin. Thanks for joining us. Topping news tonight, the Bahamas needs to reevaluate its current economic model as it faces a projected deficit. That's according to former Attorney General and Progressive Liberal Party leadership hopeful Alfred Sears. In just a matter of days, he will square off with PLP leader Perry Christie during the party's convention. Christina McNeil sat down with him recently. Here's her report.
The Bahamas often perceives itself as doing better than other Caribbean nations, according to Progressive Liberal Party leadership candidate Alfred Sears. However, Sears, who also served as Attorney General in a previous Christie administration, says the Bahamian economy is now projected to grow less than 1%, while government is facing mounting capital costs.
According to the central bank's last quarterly report, the national debt stands at $7 billion. This year, the government will have to pay out to retired public officers and civil servants $2.2 billion. So the government this year has an obligation of $9.2 billion, which is higher than the total amount of production that this country will produce.
Sears says this year it is projected that the Bahamas will produce $8.5 billion worth of goods and services, but that's just a drop in the bucket in the face of a projected deficit.
With a deficit, it means that there is no money based on public revenue to repair roads, to build schools and repair schools, to recapitalize BEC so that the power doesn't continue to go off and they have to load shed. There is no money for any capital projects from the revenue of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
With more borrowing ahead, Sears says it is time for the country to reevaluate its current economic model.
This Stafford Sands model of development, where we are waiting for Superman or Superwoman, the foreign investor, to come and change our fortunes. We are looking for the community development in our family islands to be facilitated by anchor projects. There is no Superman and there's no Superwoman.
Sears, who delivered his remarks at a recent meeting of the Advanced Toastmasters Club 7108, will throw his hat in the ring to lead the PLP this week during the party's national convention. Reporting for our news, I'm Christina McNeil.
Well, despite crime in 2016 being at its lowest in just over a decade, Democratic National Alliance leader Reverend McCartney insists it's nothing for the government to be proud of as crime is still relatively high. George Urbain reports.
Despite reports of crime being down, leader of the Democratic National Alliance, Senator Granville McCartney, says the fear of crime is still running rampant in our society, and that's an issue that needs to be swiftly addressed.
With the first 3 weeks of the first month of 2017 just about complete, the month has seen almost a dozen fatal shooting incidents and an all-out brawl at a local high school that resulted in multiple students being injured. One student was even listed in critical condition. The cause of the school fight is believed to be gang-related. Leader of the Democratic National Alliance, Senator Granville McCartney, said reports of serious crime being down 26% are not very useful if Bahamians are still afraid to go outside and now even afraid to send their children to school.
They say crime is down, the fear of crime is still up, and I think that's the most important thing. If you're fearful of being on this island, the fact that the crime or the fear of crime or the crime is down really don't give you much comfort. But crime is down from what? Crime is down from the highest murder rate we've had in this country's history.
According to McCartney, boasting of crime being down from one of the bloodiest years the Bahamas has ever seen speaks volumes of the PLP administration.
Back in 2015, that's nothing to brag about, in terms of it being down from the highest murder rate. An island, in a country where the murder rate is perhaps one of the highest in this region. And look at us today. I think we're up to about 11 murders today. In this first year, it's the 16th day. What's today's date? 16th? That's right. 11 murders? We have nothing to brag about in that regard.
McCartney directly addressed Prime Minister Perry Christie, who recently at the Progressive Liberal Party ratification rally on Thursday night said he believes that his administration did an excellent job. According to McCartney, he wonders if Christie sees the same Bahamas everyone else sees.
The minister recently said he's of the view that his government did an excellent job. Well, my answer to that is he is obviously a 73-year-old naked emperor. Because, listen, if he believes that at the end of the day that they did a good job, he cannot be thinking reasonably.
Reporting for our news, I'm Georgia Bain.
Well, for years, he's traveled the world sharing the culture and vibrance of the Bahamas. But now he needs your help. Comby Smith has been a mover and shaker in the Junkanoo world for many years and also a fitness guru. But he's now in need of help, seeking to get much-needed knee replacement surgery. He's putting on an event aimed at getting people moving. If you're a Junkanoo enthusiast or have gotten into fitness recently, chances are you know who Comby Smith is. For years, he's been one of the leading faces in the Colors Junkanoo group, bringing energy and hype not just here in the Bahamas, but abroad as well. But an injury he sustained many years ago needs to be addressed now.
It stems from an accident 20 years ago that I fractured my patella. And it's not a surprise that 20 years later, after beating the streets of Bay Street and leaping across the floors of almost every gym on the island, that my knee would need some major attention.
The price tag for the surgery is $30,000. Then there's therapy and recovery. In raising this money, next Saturday, the 28th of January, he's having an evening full of events that includes a workout session and a concert where he's inviting everyone to come out.
January 28th at Mario's Bowling Alley, 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. We're going to have 2 hours of some aerobics, an aerobic explosion. Okay, soca, dance hall, calypso, all of the above. And of course a Junkanoo Rush by the world famous Colors Junkanoo organization. And then we have a mini concert after party where D-Mac and Patrice Morel, Bodine, they'll all get a chance, Sketch and Julian, to come and show the country what they do. Right. And they're very good at it.
You're calling some really big names. That means you've over the years of rushing with Colors and on behalf of the country, you've made a lot of good friends.
I could say I'm fortunate. I'm blessed to have that kind of connection, right. And people connecting with me and sharing my vision. Right. Also feeling my pain as to what I'm going through with the knee situation, and they haven't even hesitated to give their support, which is overwhelming, and I'm forever grateful.
Tickets are $30 at the door and $25 in advance. He wants people to come out and get to know Comby.
Comby Smith, first of all, is a father. A father of 3, and I'm a personal trainer and a Junkanoo enthusiast, group fitness instructor. I'm a people's person. I'm one who loves my people and one who wants to create an environment for fun and fitness. But that's Comby. Comby's energy. When you see Comby, you know it's time to open the gate. You know something's about to go down.
Despite his unfortunate situation, Comby is still in good spirits and can't wait to get the surgery done so that he can get back to what he loves.
I feel I got a great work to do. Right. This is just a hurdle, needs to be overcome. And just to get myself out there and continue this big work of getting the Bahamas fit, man. The whole Bahamas. I need you guys. Come on out. Mario's Bowling Alley is where the place. I want to say thank you to Mario's and Club One Fitness, who I've spent so many years doing fitness classes there. So yeah, but I need the Bahamas. I need all of these guys who want to get fit and who loves to move and dance. This is the place for you.
Still to come on our news, Bahamas Power and Light gives a full explanation for the recent round of power outages, and later on, the U.S. Embassy hands over some much-needed vehicles to the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Stay with us.